Hey everyone, this is John from Show Me Pickers, and today we're going to be doing part 2 of the video that I put out the other day. I bought like $700 worth of really good stuff at an auction, and I am going to continue that video today, and we are going to look at some of the stuff that I have in this tote right here, sitting next to me. I'm going to pull them out, we're going to look at it together, and we're going to discuss the item. This should be pretty entertaining. Let's jump right into it and check out our first item. The first item that I have here is a SeaWorld lunchbox. I picked this up. I had to put a little bit of work into it. I had to clean it up a little bit. It is from 1986. It says right there on the front. I don't know. I've got my big light on overhead. 1986. And it is in really good shape. And it comes with a thermos. So that's pretty cool. I was pretty excited to get that. The next item that I have here is this. It's called a Wilford the Wonderful Woodpecker. And this is really cool. This is made in, I believe it was made in Korea, Hong Kong. It was made in Hong Kong, so it is a little bit older. Late 60s, probably early 70s. And what it is, it's a little bird that sits on this pole. And there's a little red base, and what it does is once it starts rocking, it slowly woodpecks its way down the pole. How cool is that? Super neat. It sells for about 25 bucks online, and I paid like a whole $1 for it. The next item that I have here is a lot of 4 of these Chevrolet Corvette hubcaps. These are from an early 1960s Corvette. They're in fantastic shape. They really are in excellent shape. And I paid, I want to say I paid somewhere in the neighborhood of, I believe it was $27, $28 for all 4 of these and a 1960s Corvette cover, a car cover, which should sell for probably $100 by itself, and then that set of hubcaps will probably bring anywhere between probably about $40 a piece. So that's what, $160 for the hubcaps and $100 for the car cover. So that's not bad at all. I mean, honestly, guys, that's pretty darn awesome. I picked up a couple of Nintendo games here. These are the Nintendo games that I actually paid $1 a piece for. I got Kung Fu, which is an awesome game. I love Kung Fu. And then I got Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. I paid $1 a piece for these, so they will get listed on eBay or possibly Mercari, because I do sell a ton of video game stuff over on Mercari, and I do pretty well with stuff like that over there. I sell a lot of video game stuff over there, pretty good. Here is the next items that I have. Let me dig in here because I've got one more hiding. I've got this wireless PlayStation 2 by Pelican. It is a wireless controller. It's brand new, factory sealed, so that's pretty cool. And then I have this GameStop, and it's a wired controller, and it's for a PS2, brand new, factory sealed. And then I have a Pelican, or a Mad Catz corded PS2 controller, factory sealed, and all of these are from the early 2000s, so that's pretty darn awesome. Like, that's pretty awesome. Like, I'm pretty excited about that. Let me go grab some more stuff out of here, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, the next item that I have real quick is there's kind of a funny story behind this. This is a bunch of lenses that came off of a telescope. And these are the lenses from a telescope that was actually at the sale. I was going to buy the telescope, and I'd already bought the lenses and opened up the box because I wasn't sure that those lenses went to that telescope. So I started digging around in the box, and I was looking, and lo and behold, those were the lenses that were in the box. And someone told the auctioneer that I had already bought the lenses for the telescope, and I had ran the telescope up to like 70 bucks. And long story short, the guy that was standing across the table from me, he had bid me up on a couple of items throughout the day, and he knew I had the lenses. So I think that what he was thinking is that he was going to bid me up and spend my money. And to be honest, I didn't really want the telescope that bad. So I dropped the telescope on him, and he's now got the telescope, and I have the lenses. And to be honest, it was kind of perplexing to me, because the guy's supposed to be my friend, and you know, he's bid me up on stuff that, you know, I don't really think that he has a lot of interest in, and I already had the lenses to it. I'm like, what good is a telescope going to do you without the lenses? And I know what he's thinking, that he's going to eventually be able to get them lenses from me. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. What would you do? Would you give the guy the lenses? Me personally, I think that it's a hard lesson to learn, but I think that I'm going to keep the lenses. I think I'm going to keep them, and I'm going to sell them on eBay. And I'm going to put $100 on them, and you know what? If he wants them, he can spend $100 on them. You know, it is what it is, and sometimes you've got to learn hard lessons, and I think for him that's going to be one of those lessons you learn. So we're going to grab another item out of here, and we'll discuss it. I have a couple of VHSC, a couple of packs of VHSC. They're 90 minutes. They're both, so there's 8 tapes here. There's 2, 4, 6, 8. I will sell these on eBay. Cassette Blink Media always does pretty good for me on there. I will do okay with them, because people are having they have the old camcorders, and it's getting harder and harder to find some of that media. Let's see what else we got here. The next item that we have here is a lot of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 of these PS2 memory cards. They are 32 megabytes. There's 6 of them. I paid like $1 or something for these, and they sell for $14 a piece shipped. So there's $60 right here for like $1 or $2 investment, which is absolutely fantastic. I love it. I love video game stuff. It always does so well for me. The next item here is something pretty cool. I'm going to have to put a little bit of money in this because I need to get some batteries for it. But it is a pocket Bible. How cool is that? It is a pocket Bible. It takes 2 little like lithium-ion batteries. So I'm going to have to go CR2032s. It takes 2 of those. I'm going to have to go buy a couple of them, put them in here and see if this works. Because if this works, these sell for really good money. Bibles bring bucks. So if you find Bibles, especially electronic handheld Bibles like that, I know it seems kind of weird, but they really do bring good money, because a lot of these, they can be taken in. What they do is a lot of them can be taken into other countries, and they don't really pay much attention to that. So you can sneak this into a country, give it to somebody, and then they have a Bible, and no one thinks that this is actually a Bible. The next item that I have here is a set of Indian arrowheads. This is absolutely cool. I think I paid $12.50 for this, and the guy originally on the back here said he paid $8 for the shadow box, and he has $4 in the arrowhead. So there's 3, 6, 9. So it's 9, 18, 27, 36 bucks in arrowheads and $8 in the case. I definitely made out on this deal. This is really awesome. It'll probably end up in the store, and hopefully it'll sell local, because people around here love this kind of stuff. I live in the country, and I think it'd be the kind of thing that somebody'd want to buy and put in a cabin or put in their den or something like this. And the very last item that I have in this tote is a Megalodon, a set of Megalodon fossilized Megalodon teeth here. They are absolutely awesome. And then that piece right there is actually a piece of fossilized dinosaur bone. So there are 2 Megalodon teeth here and that dinosaur bone right here. And I bought this for somewhere in the neighborhood of like $12.50 at auction. And on the back here it says that each one of those teeth were 10 bucks a pop. So there's $20 in teeth, and then he paid like $2 for the piece of fossilized dinosaur bone. But that was in 2002, so I think it's probably worth a little bit more today. And I just think the cool factor is there. It might actually go on the shelf behind me. I'm not exactly sure, but Megalodon teeth, they definitely kick butt. So I'm going to go grab another tote, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back, and I went to the back, and I got another box here of really cool stuff that I bought at the auction. So we're going to dig through it. We're going to jump right into it. The first item that I have here is a Patty Play Pal by Ideal. It looks like a little lunchbox. It has a little place here for a cable if you have one. But what it is that it is a little cassette player. How cool is that? It's in really good shape too. I didn't pay much for it. I do not know what it sells for, but it looks like a lunchbox. I kind of think that's kind of cool. So I'm going to clean that up, put a little bit of extra work into it, and list it on eBay. The next item that I have here is that I actually have a lot of these PlayStation. I got PlayStation 2s, and they are all coming unwrapped. So I've got one of those, and then I've got two of those, and they all come with their power cords. They've got their books. They came with one controller apiece. And here is another controller. And here is they're all brand new, but they don't have the original boxes, unfortunately. They have the original stuff. It's in the packaging. It hasn't been all broken open. They have their power cables and whatnot. And then this is actually, it's an RFU adapter. It's a brand new original PlayStation product. It's probably from, I'm going to guess, like 2002 or something like that, 2000. But it's brand new in the package. This stuff's getting harder and harder to find. I know it doesn't seem like it's really probably would be that valuable, but you would actually be pretty surprised. Some of the original stuff that people will collect, they'll want this and they'll set it on their, you know, set it with their video game stuff, or they might want it because it's original OEM equipment for their PlayStation. So that's pretty cool. The next item that I scored here is the Sony PlayStation 2 memory card. This is brand new in the original packaging, factory sealed, and these are really hard to find, and they can be really valuable. So look that up for me and let me know down below what you think. It's a Sony PlayStation 2 black memory card, and this is probably from, I am going to guess, I'm going to take my glasses off because I'm an old man, but I can't see a date on here, but I am going to guess that they're probably from around, yeah, it says right here 2005. So that's 15 years old. How cool is that? I don't know, this is just an Iron Man mask. That was just in the box. Here is another controller. I actually had 3 video game consoles. I paid $45 for 3 of them. And I ended up giving one of them to the young man who was bidding against me, but I didn't give him a controller because he already bought a controller, and I'm like, I'm giving him the game console, so I kept the extra controller, and I figured he can probably afford to buy one on his own because his parents own the auction, so they're definitely not, they're some of the more wealthy people in our county, but they're awesome people. They're so humble and kind. The next item that I have here is a Linux Sound. It is a portable CD player. I love electronics like this. This stuff sells really well. It comes, there's a set of Sony headphones that came with them, and you'd be surprised how much just these Sony headphones could actually sell for. You just never know. And there's a couple of extra pairs here. They're actually connected. I'm trying not to drop the one item that I haven't showed you yet. So there's 3 sets of headphones and a portable CD player. It is a Linux Sound. It isn't the highest quality. It isn't the best portable CD player. It isn't like a Philips or Philips Magnavox or like a Sony or something like that. But nevertheless, they still sell okay. And I'll still be able to make money on that. So it won't be trash. If you see them at yard sales and stuff, especially brand new in the package, holy cow. If you can find them brand new, like a Sony or something, you're looking at $200-300 bucks. Here is a Linux Sound. These are really popular because they have the built-in AM/FM radio, and they are just, it's a tape player. So you can put your tape in there. You can listen to tapes on this. Tapes are making a huge comeback. People really, really like tapes right now. Let's see here. This is cool. I had to pay up for this. I had to pay somewhere in the neighborhood of 40 bucks, and somebody messed the zipper up on this, but that's okay. I don't really need the case anyways. But most of these Pentax cameras don't really sell for a whole lot, but this one here I paid 40 bucks for, because it is a K1000 Pentax, and this camera right here, you check it, make sure it works. I took the lens off of it, checked out the lens housing, checked out the as I've said in other videos, you open it, normally they just open it here at the film rewinder, that pops up, you pull it up, that'll open up. You check the felt. There's a little felt like a gasket there, and I always check that, make sure that it doesn't have to be in bad shape or good shape. I just want to see if it's there, because it will add to the value of camera. If it's not there, the camera is still quite valuable, because this $40 camera that I bought, it came with 2 lenses. Well, I say it came with 2 lenses. Yeah, it came with 2 lenses. It came with this lens, and then it came with this lens, and this lens I wasn't too excited about, because it is just a JCPenney lens. It ain't really worth that much. It came with a flash, which the flash is just a Focal DA2000. It's in good shape. Came with some extra film, which is probably no good. But the best thing about this is that it came with this lens here, which will pay for everything. Will pay for the camera itself. It's worth more than 40 bucks. It's an SMC Pentax A Zoom 70 to 210 millimeter, and it's an actual Pentax lens, and it's really good. One of the pieces of advice, I don't want to bore you guys, but one of the pieces of advice that I can tell you when you are buying lenses is that if I hold it up to the camera, you can see through it, and you always want to make sure that there's no mold growing inside the lens. And if you aim it towards the light, you can actually see if there's any fungus growing inside there. And if there's not, those lenses can be worth quite a bit, especially this one comes with the original wrapping and stuff like that. It just means that there's pride of ownership, and someone took really good care of it. So I dropped something. Nothing much, I guess. I just dropped a cable off of an item that was in there. This is what I dropped the cable off of. This ain't really worth anything. Just a little radio. Just a tiny little radio there. But I think that I can get somewhere, I think I can get about $200 out of this camera and this lens. I haven't checked the price on this lens yet, so it could be a sleeper, but I'm about guaranteed that it's worth at least 40 bucks, and I think the camera's worth about 150, so that's 190, but I think that it's probably 50 bucks. You know, we can say 200. We're not lying. You can look it up and you can see for yourself that I think that it'll make an absolute it'll sell really well. I'm gonna put this down here because I'm stacking stuff everywhere around me, trying to get this whole box unloaded for you guys. So I am going to show you. I did get a couple more things of film here. I'll probably marry that with that camera and just sell it as a lot. Okay, here we go. I got this. I had to pay, I think I paid like 36 bucks for these. If you notice though, do you notice something right there? Ooh, that's still factory sealed. Ooh, I love PS1 factory sealed games. How about that? Let's go through these and we'll show you the games that I got. I didn't look them up because where I was at there was no auction. Or there's no auction, sorry. There was no internet, so I couldn't look them up. But these games are beautiful. Like these games are minty. Look how clean that is, guys. Look how clean. That's almost new. If this thing still had the wrapper on it, it would be new. But this is Spider-Man. It is the greatest hits. Then I've got the Gran Turismo 2, and it's just immaculate. I'm trying not to drop everything, but it's immaculate. Look, there's even no creases in that book. This is the other book that comes with it, and look, I don't think they even broke the spine open. That's why I paid a little bit more for these, because these were an absolutely wonderful score. I'm trying to put it back in here because I do not want to damage it. And if you notice, I don't even know if they were ever played. There's not even a fingerprint on the bottom of that. It's almost like somebody opened it. There's a little bit of a scuff right there. But most of these, it's almost like somebody opened it and they never even played them. If they did, it was not very often. Here is Driver. That is absolutely just another minty game. We won't have to do this for each of them. I think you've gotten the point. Here's Metal Gear Solid VR missions. Mint. Contender 2. Here is Spec Ops Covert Assault. Just once again, like they are like new. And then let's see what I got here. Set that down there. Make sure that any of these are open. Here's an open. Nuclear Strike. Mint. Big Game Hunter. That's kind of cool. It's weird the way the book's in there like that, though. It's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. And then the next, okay, here's Cabela's. You can tell that with games like this, typically the person was an adult, you know, and they owned, so they took good care of their stuff. The next 3 games that I have, they are all factory sealed. So these are factory sealed. This is Soviet Strike PlayStation, brand new, never opened. This is Road Rash 3D, still factory sealed. And then the final item that we have here is Siphon Filter 2. That was such a fun game to play. I played that game all the time. And it's kind of sad that it's factory sealed because I sure would like to open that and play it, but I'm not going to because it's probably worth way more factory sealed than me opening it. Now, some of these games, they might not be. I know that there's no really huge titles there, but just the condition of them, to me, makes them worth a little bit more. Now, the final item that I have here to show you guys out of this box is pretty darn cool. I think you're going to freaking like it. I think you're going to like it a lot. This is a brand new factory sealed. It's been opened, unfortunately. It's not factory sealed anymore because somebody at the auction opened it to check it out. I don't know why. But it's a PS1 combo. This thing is absolutely brand new. Minty, brand new. If you open it up, everything in here is still sealed. It's still in the packaging. That is the PS1 console, and everything's down in there. I paid $100 just for this. I paid $100 for it, and it has the screen built into it. So this, I think I can get around $300 out of it by itself. So that's pretty awesome. If you like it, let me know. Definitely, this is worth subscribing for. This is the kind of stuff that I want to be buying more of. So go down below, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell for notifications, and let me know what you think about a cool buy like that. Brand new. This came out in, I couldn't find the date on it, so I'm going to guess that's probably from the late 90s, early 2000s, but that's still pretty cool and definitely worth hitting that subscribe button for. I'm going to go grab another box and be right back. Okay guys, I'm back with tote number 3, and this should be the end of the video. The rest of the stuff I actually filmed some before I came back up here, and I'm going to put that in another video. It's just showing you guys some ephemera stuff, and I have like 3 large flats of PS2 games. There's probably 100 games or so back there, and we don't need to set and go through those individually in this video. So I'm going to hop into the items that I have in this tote. There's not a whole lot here, but there's some pretty cool items that I still have to show you guys, and we're going to hop into that right now. The first lot of items that I have here is actually a bunch of cowboy hats that I picked up. They do really well for me. This one here is it's actually like a Spanish style cowboy hat. I think I'm going to use this for the rest of the video. I have picked these up. I sell them here locally in the store. They do pretty good. I look ridiculous in a hat. But I can put these in the store and put about $8 a piece on them, and they will sell because a lot of people love wearing these kind of hats to the river. This one here, I don't know. I guess you would be Don Juan. You could be the Latin lover. I'll take that off because that's dumb. But I picked up those hats. I got them for like $1 or $2, so not too bad. And then here is the best one. Right here, it's a little too little for my jug head, but it's the felt one. It's kind of cool. It's got the pimp feather to it. So those will get priced, stuck out here in the store, and whenever we open back up, hopefully they will sell. I did score this. This is kind of cool. It's a Young American Tools. It's old. Probably 1950s, 1960s, in the original packaging. Really cool. It's got a little screwdriver, it's got a little saw, little pliers, hammer, and whatever the heck the little wooden blocks for. I guess that's for you to plier and saw and hammer on. It's kind of cool. I did score a couple of these boys and girls. These are original like notebooks, like writing. Like, remember back in the day, I don't know how many of you guys will remember this, but like the writing paper. Like when you was learning how to write. This is boys and girls. It's pole parrot shoes. I've never heard of pole parrot shoes, but I bought these and I thought they were kind of cool, and I would include them on this video. I thought they would sell pretty good. This is neat here too. This is an Alliance-opoly. It's like Alliance, Nebraska. Kind of a weird out of the way town. But I figured that it would, I picked it up for $1, so I figured I could list it and that it might sell. Hopefully it will sell. If not, it's no big deal, no big loss. I can pitch it because I only got $1 in it, but a lot of times people love local advertisement. Here is a Gen 4 heater remote control. I looked this up. I paid $0.25 for it, and some of these weird remotes, people still aren't buying them too much, and this one sells for $28.99 plus shipping. And then the last item that I have in this tote is a DVD VCR combo. I'm gonna have to dig it out here. I paid I think I paid like $22 for it. It's a Samsung, and it's in pretty good shape. It's an older one. It doesn't have the HDMI cord on the back of it, unfortunately. Those are the ones you really love to find, but it did come with all of the paperwork. It came with the manual, the paperwork that came in the original box. It'd have been really sweet if it had the original box. Manual. It had the remote control. Nice. And then it had the audio video cable. And if you remember in my previous videos, I told you that it's stereo because there's two, the red and the white are audio. And I think I'll be able to get about $90 out of that ship. So that's not too bad. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. I hope you liked my new setting here at the store. You normally only see me setting here if I am on the live show that we have every Wednesday, which this week it will be on Oscar's channel, Oscar El Cubanazo. So look him up. I'll put the link down below. So we will be going live on Wednesday about 9 o'clock Central. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, give me a thumbs up. If you're still sticking around after about 30 minutes of me rambling about old stuff, I definitely appreciate that. God bless you guys. Keep on digging, keep on picking, and remember, the family that picks together sticks together. Good night.